Hey Ricky,
Hey,
happy anniversary.
happy anniversary.
I've got some questions for you.
You got some questions for me?
Well, some of our followers have questions for you and for me.
Okay.
And I figured we would just talk today, answer these questions as we get ready for the day.
You know what? Is this gonna give what is it that Vogue does? That 73 question or 70 questions?
We'll start out with you.
All right.
So, well, first of all, just tell me, what anniversary are we celebrating?
This is our 6th anniversary.
Year 6. How long?
Six.
When did we meet?
Like the year?
When did we meet?
We met back in 2009.
How many years ago is that?
Oh, God. Not math early in the morning. What is it? So like 14 years?
14 years ago.
Yeah.
And what year did we get married?
We got married. Oh, this is a trick question. You mean
When did we get married?
like went to the courthouse or had the wedding?
The wedding.
The wedding was February 11th.
Okay, when did we go to the courthouse?
The courthouse, not the whorehouse.
When did we go to the courthouse?
We went to the courthouse on November 22nd,
What year?
2016.
Okay. And why did we do that?
Why did we do that? Do you know who was president back then or who got elected?
Yeah, we were scared. We were scared.
Yeah, we didn't want to take chances, so
We jumped on
as soon
it.
as that happened, we were like, okay, we need to make a plan to go.
Okay, but why did we celebrate our anniversary on February 11th?
We chose that day. One, it was a little easier, and two, it's like close to Valentine's. It's close to, a lot of other important days for us, and so that day was so memorable that we decided to celebrate our actual anniversary on that day. Now we still sometimes do a little something on November 22nd, but the big day for us is February 11th.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you know you were ready to get married?
I was not. So if you...
Damn.
I didn't know I was ready. Well, so if you remember, right, you proposed to me in Venice. And
I don't remember that.
you don't remember that? Okay. Well, anywho, we were on a gondola ride, and I was looking at the sights, and you were just talking. And so when you proposed, I mean, obviously I said yes, but in my head, I was just like, oh my God, we're about to do this thing. So I didn't think I knew I was officially ready until we started putting things in motion for the wedding.
Wait, so were you not thinking about getting married when I proposed to you? We were already living together.
No, in that moment, I was just trying to take in all the sights. I mean, obviously, yes, I was thinking about...
Not just that day, but were you not ready to get married?
Yeah, I mean, I was ready,
that
but
time?
I don't know, it came well, you know how you say you never prepare for things, right? It just kind of came there in that moment, and I'll say we had been talking about, who proposed to who had the plan and everything, but I think you beat me to it, and so that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Oh, well, this is interesting. So if you were to propose to me, how would you have done that?
Oh, God, I don't remember now. I don't know. I had some type of surprise set up while I was going to, but it was going to be family there and stuff, but, that was so long ago.
But I need to know, if you were to propose to me, how would you do it?
How would I do it? I probably would make a whole,
Dance.
production out of it
Oh my
or
God.
something.
Thank you, Melva Muse, for that question. Asking, how did you know you were ready to get married?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good question.
All right, go get ready. Go start getting ready. I'm gonna go make some coffee.
Okay.
Ricky just finished a Peloton
These are
ride.
not underwear.
so-
These are compression shorts for the
Show the
Peloton.
back.
So the back has can you see it? It has padding. So you're not on so the seat doesn't hurt you. And it's actually, they're pretty comfortable too. So
Okay.
sometimes I wear just the shorts. And, I haven't been on my Peloton in a minute, so getting back into it. I hit a hard class. Shout out to Tunde and shout out to Cody. Those are my self-proclaimed personal Peloton instructors.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I need to get ready.
All right. Bye. Are you close enough to where I'm not? Or you can't
I did
see my
say
butt.
butt. What are you doing right now?
I'm just making some, trying to make some matcha to like wake me up a little bit before we get lunch and then start the rest of our day.
How are you gonna do that?
How am I gonna do it?
Yeah, how do you make matcha?
Grab a lovely mug, and we've got some like matcha powder here that I just get from the store, and I just put some sweetener and oat milk in it, and voila, you have a matcha latte or whatever. So.
Okay, so you just let me know whenever you're ready. So next question. What do you like about your husband?
Who asked that?
What does it matter? Okay, so Jessica Cruz actually asked what do you like about each other, but I want to know what do you like about your husband?
I like that I like that he's not like me. That's what I think is the highlight of our relationship, is that we are definitely like opposites. And for example, I'm a very type A person, Ricky's not, and it creates tension, but it also creates like learning opportunities. I like that Ricky is a quiet person and I'm a little bit more vocal. I definitely verbalize how I feel more. And these all sound like, sorry, frothing for my matcha. These may sound like things that create a lot of like roadblocks in our relationship, but they're not, because it forces me to get out of my own comfort zone and learn a little bit more about what makes him tick and like what do I need to do to make him feel comfortable. I mean, like the key to being in a successful relationship to me is being able to shapeshift outside of your comfort zone, but not in a way that like compromises who you are. Anyway, that's not the question. The question is, what do I like about Ricky? So I like that he's quiet. I like that he has a very positive outlook on life. He's very, he's very much a glass half full person. Keeps me optimistic about things. Let's see. I like that he matches my excitement when it comes to things like travel and exploring and experiencing new things. I like how caring he is. You know, he is a healthcare worker, so he has this kind of innate ability to care for other people as a nurse. And I get the benefits of that. And I like that he likes me, baby. That's it. I like that he likes me. That's all I really like about him.
Okay. What is the most surprising thing you've learned since you've got married?
Well, so for me, the most surprising thing that I've learned about Ricky is, since being married, so over the course of the 6 years that we've been married, not the full 14. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough question for me. I feel like because we met and were together for so long before we got married that we didn't leave room for too many surprises. Like, you kind of knew what you were buying whenever you got into this. But I mean, we both changed over that time period, so I guess there are some things, and things that I would name are like, you know, I'm surprised that Ricky's not a daredevil. Like we talked about on bungee jumping, and he would never do bungee jumping, which is just, I don't know, I thought he was a little bit more adventurous than me. And we both agreed that that is not something that either of us would like to partake in because we value our human lives. I don't know, you're just not a surprising person. There just aren't a lot of surprises. Something else that surprised me is how much of a neat freak Ricky is. When Ricky and I got married, which is around the time that we also moved into with each other, I learned how much he valued like cleanliness and, you know, keeping up the home and all of that stuff, which was a surprise because I knew Ricky to be like this jock and everything before that, who I thought was dirty. Like, I visited his dorm room whenever he was in college, so I never would have expected that when we lived together that he'd be such a clean, neat freak that he is. But thank God for it, because he keeps his house in shape while I struggle to do so. So yeah, those are just a couple of the things that surprised me. All kinds of other little surprises that come up along the way. You know, I remember like sometimes you're just sitting with somebody. I'm sitting with Ricky in a car and he says something and I'm like, I actually never knew that about you before. And we've been together for almost half of our lives at this point. So it is, you know, exciting because you never know what you're gonna get out of a relationship. You never know what you're gonna learn. And sometimes you learn things that are not good. Sometimes the things that surprise you are like, I didn't know that, and we need to address that. And then you gotta figure out how to address that in healthy ways. Next question. Do you guys always have the same friends or did you merge your groups together?
I feel like we've always had friends that were in the same circles. Of course we had our own like separate like core friends. And so I think besides those that we merged, the majority of our friends are both of ours, I guess. But there were always a few that were like strictly my friends and then strictly Alex's friends before we became one. But as we started dating throughout the years, they just kind of slowly blended together into one big, happy family.
Oh, I like that, family. So I actually need to get ready for one of our close friends, speaking of friends, close friends' birthday party. It's also a Super Bowl Sunday, aka Rihanna concert day. So we're about to throw on our looks, get ready, and head out for that. But we still have a few questions that we haven't gotten to that we want to get to. So we'll Ricky's gonna pick up the camera in a minute and throw another question at me. But very simple. I'm just gonna throw on like some Nike outfit, a sweatshirt and some pants. We're apparently going ice skating at a skating rink here in Atlanta, which I didn't even know we had. It's the ice hockey place. So that'll be interesting. I personally don't love ice skating. Very hard on my feet and on my legs, but you know, we're celebrating. So we'll see how I can, or if I even make it work. But yeah. Be right back.
Okay, next question. Favorite gay bar in Atlanta?
Who asked that?
Tar Heel 04.
That's such a random question, but an important one. Right now, the favorite is, I don't know. I feel like our favorite right now would be that really the stripper bars in Ansley Park, in the Ansley Mall area. So Felix's, what else is over there? Nick's, another bar. Midtown Moon is no more.
Oh wow.
It's the Eagle. We haven't gone to the new Eagle yet. I kind of upset that Midtown Moon is gone. What else? Oscars is over there. Like very divey bars, not like clubs, but these are very divey establishments, like dive bars, which we like going to. What else? I mean, we would typically, if you don't have anywhere else to go in Atlanta, then you just go to Blake's because it's a reliable establishment. Or you could go to G's Midtown or 10th and Piedmont, but those places are no more. A lot of Atlanta's gay restaurants and gay bars have shut down either temporarily or permanently, or have been taken over by new ownership, and they're not like the places to be anymore. And as like Black queer people, not speaking for myself or Ricky, but for our entire community, there's just, believe it or not, like limited places to go to in Atlanta these days, which is kind of sad. But, you know, we'll still go to Bulldogs on occasion. We enjoy the deviant parties that make their way to Atlanta at the Heretic, because that's a space and experience curated specifically for Black queer folks. That's about it. That's about it right now. So we don't really go out enough in Atlanta these days because a lot of our places are disappearing. And the places that were here when we first moved here, or for me, when I moved here 10 years ago, no longer exist. So it's kind of sad, but you know, we spend most of our time going to other people's homes, doing like house parties, watch parties, playing games and stuff like that these days than we do going to bars and clubs. But those are just a few of the spots I would definitely recommend checking out the Ansley Mall area and those bars up there, and then advocating to bring some of our old black gay-owned establishments or black gay establishments back to Atlanta. So.
I do love a good Bulldogs moment. Bulldogs is actually starting to be like, well, no, we forgot about Friends, but Friends is actually closing too.
No, Friends is not closing. It was a rumor.
Oh, it's a rumor? Okay,
yeah,
well, good. Well,
but
Friends,
it's, you know, it's in that area that's changing a lot.
Yeah, so Friends is definitely a cool, like, divey bar type situation too. Friends Friday is awesome. That took the place of, what was Fridays usually? Einstein's and Joe's and all that.
Yeah, no more. No longer exist.
Friends, Bulldogs, Mix. I have not been to the Marquette, or Marquette, however you pronounce that.
Yeah.
But apparently that's like an after hour spot.
I don't think it's after hours. I just think, you know, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I think it's after hours.
So we're running late per usual, so we'll get to more questions whenever we get in the car and head up to this ice skating rink, which again, this will be interesting. I don't know if we'll vlog like while we're there, because this isn't supposed to be like a typical vlog. We really want to answer these questions, so hopefully we can tackle kind of the rest of them while we're on our way up there. But yeah, we'll check back in a second. All right, so next question. We're in the car, so excuse us for being a little shaky. So this next question actually comes from a friend, so I won't put them on blast right now, but the question is, how do you establish respect and be okay with boundaries for each other? So that's a little deep. I'm glad you got it though. Wait, why are you driving like a granny?
I like driving like this.
Okay.
What's wrong with driving like this?
No. The question though, how do you establish respect and be okay with boundaries for each other?
I think, first and foremost, it's communication. And not only communication, but communication with a goal. So when you have talks with your partner, in the initial phases and the ongoing phases where you check in with each other, you establish boundaries then. And I think it's important that after you establish those boundaries that you hold firm to those and you don't bend. So I think by establishing boundaries and, communicating with your partner, letting them know that, hey, this is like a hard stop right here for me. I think your partner will respect that if you come to them, open communication, not targeting or anything. And with the main goal being to further progress y'all's connection. I think if both sides have that in mind, then it should be, a good outcome. The core of it is communication. Communication with a goal.
Can you say more of what you mean about communication with a goal?
Like, so when communicating with a partner, you want to think about the goal that you're trying to accomplish. So like...
Give an example.
Okay, so like chores, doing chores in the house. When communicating with your partner, if the goal is to complete a certain chore in the house, you don't want to, start the conversation by pointing fingers and, oh, you did this, oh, you're so dirty, why can't you ever, clean up after yourself? That's not the goal, really. You're just kind of like projecting. So if you keep that goal in mind, it kind of reroutes how you deliver messages to your partner in a way that they don't feel attacked, but you're still getting your point across. So like say, what do you think about doing the dishes after you finish doing what you're doing? Or what do you think about getting on a schedule about chores each day? Like one day I do this, the other day you do that. It's like a collaboration type thing. So that's what I mean by establishing a goal.
So another question we have from a follower and also a friend who knows the answer to this question. She said, name all the places you're going in 2023. You know, we do a little bit of travel, as you've probably seen by watching our channel and following our content.
It's alright, it's a little shady.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this whole like camera thing in the car is weird. Also, trying to do it safely is another thing. I don't know how you vlogging girls like have a camera in a car constantly.
If y'all have any tips
filming
about like car mounts for cameras, let us know in the comments. What do you feel like works best in the car while vlogging? Or should we not be vlogging in the car at all?
So name all the places you're going this year. Ugh.
Let's start in February.
Okay. February, the month we're currently in. We're going to New Orleans because it's Mardi Gras season. And we don't miss Mardi Gras. So yeah, so we'll be there for a good chunk of time, and then we'll be back home. And then when we get back, it'll be March basically. So in March/April, where are we going? I mean, honestly, I'm not telling y'all where we're going for the rest of the year. A, because I don't want y'all clocking our location around the world. But B, because like our trips can be surprising and exciting, and I want to keep that element of surprise for folks that view our channel and watch our content. So if you follow me and Ricky individually on Instagram, then you probably know where we're going. But if you are a subscriber and you follow our channel or you watch our videos so that you can, you know, be intrigued by our travels and by the other things that we do, then I'm just not going to tell y'all where we're going this year, because we've got some exciting stuff lined up. I mean, like some pretty amazing places that we're visiting this year, and we want to bring you guys along with us, and it's going to be exciting and surprising and just all the thing. Good reminder to click that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Also turn on the notifications so that you can be alerted whenever we post that content. And yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna flip that question back to you all. I mean, where are you guys going this year? I mean, this is the travel year. Everybody's back out again. You know, 2022 is like the trial year, but 2023 is when we're really like putting ourselves out there. So let us know where you guys are headed this year, and you never know, maybe we'll end up in the same spot. Somebody said, y'all are a beautiful couple. Have you ever been physical against each other?
You looked at me like...
Okay, first of all, not a laughing matter. We don't play about abuse. Secondly, to answer the question, no, not in an abusive way. Clearly we're physical with each other in a romantic way. But we are both of the mind that if we ever got to a point where we were like the thought of hurting one another crossed our minds, then we need to seek extremely intense therapy and or just call it quits at that point. We don't do that.
Like it should never, I believe it should never have to get to that point with someone that you love.
Yeah.
And if it does, then
that's the end of it. And me personally, like I have zero tolerance for that type of behavior. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. So the answer is no, thank God. And we do not play about harm or abuse or anything like that. And that's really all I'm gonna say on that. The next question comes from J. Clyde Gannon. Are you going to have kids? This is an infamous question. It comes up all the time. The answer is maybe.
I mean, the answer is maybe. We would definitely like to. However, with us being two men, it's a little difficult and a little bit more pricier. Not more pricier. It's a little bit. I'm not even gonna say a little bit. It's expensive to with our options, whether it's like adoption or looking for a surrogate. So we are definitely weighing our options this year if we want to pursue that path. So yeah, we would like kids, but we have to plan.
Yeah, I mean, is it a priority right now? There's a line item in our savings budget for it, but is it a priority? Like, is that the goal this year? No. We are, still in our early 30s. We are, what do they say? Like, your 30s are like your 20s, but with money. Like, that's real. Like, we are still having fun, enjoying life. And we're of the mind that, like, even if we were to have kids, we would not stop having fun and enjoying life. But, we have not prioritized that in a way that, means that we'll become fathers, like, tomorrow or this year. However, I firmly believe in the power of faith and, and destiny. And if God saw fit for that to be our journey or a part of our journey this week, then Ricky and I would be ready for it. Like, we would accept the calling because we can. Like, we're in a place in our lives where we can afford it and create a meaningful life for a kid or kids if we were to have them. So yeah.
How many kids would you want to have?
2 is the magic number for me. But I don't want to put a limit on it. 2 is the magic number. So,
what's the best way to meet a partner?
Okay,
in your opinion?
I'm watching this person.
I know, right?
In my opinion, so it's always tricky answering this because Ricky and I have not dated outside of our relationship in quite some time. But we met online, and I feel like the online space is still an effective way to find a potential partner. I would venture to say that going out to bars and parties and networking and primarily like communities or in groups or spaces that reflects who you want to be with, like, that's the key. So, going to places that reflect like who you want to be with, whether that's bars or clubs or coffee shops and things like that, and just sparking up a conversation with a complete stranger. You never know where that conversation will lead you.
A big thing about it is definitely making an effort to put yourself out there. Like, you won't be able to find a potential partner in your house. So it takes effort to kind of, look presentable, go out there, get a little uncomfortable, just a little bit so you can meet, new people.
And then in terms of the apps question, like, you also asked what are the best dating apps to use. We're not qualified to answer that question, unfortunately.
I mean, the only one we did was Facebook with each other.
Well,
so
yeah. I mean, well, no, but when we separated, he was on Jax.
Okay.
And Grindr.
Yes, Jax
and
Grindr.
all of that. So I don't know if I was too. I'm not being to put him under the bus. Because, as folks know who follow our story, we met 14 years ago, but we also were separated at a point in time, on and off for a few years. So we did date other people, and that's that. But I mean, Jacked and Grindr were the only apps that we could use at the time. I mean, technically, I guess there was still BGC, and I don't know. But Jacked is actually an app that we partner with as Our Boy Story, and they have great ways to engage. This is like free, not sponsored content. But from what I gather, they have great ways to engage with people, either as a friend or as a potential partner. So I would definitely create a profile there and start meeting up with people.
But, a profile with your face on it.
Yeah, with your actual face.
Yes.
So that concludes our little Q&A for today. This was actually great. If you have any more questions for us, feel free to drop them down below in the comments section, and we'll tackle them in the comments, or we'll answer them in the form of a YouTube short or a TikTok or Instagram reel. But really appreciate you guys for tuning in and always rocking with us, and we hope that, you know, after 6 years of marriage, that we've established that, you know, it's possible, basically. All is possible.
Yeah, we just want to, again, thank y'all so much for just supporting with us and following with us through our journey. It really means a lot to us. So we want to kind of do more stuff like this where we're engaging with you all. I kind of like the whole asking questions that answering questions that y'all have asked. So yeah, be on the lookout for more. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And be on the lookout for new content from us. So yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. We will see you guys next week.
See you.
Love you guys so much. See y'all next time. Bye.